You had 4 different guys scoring goals. You've had 8 guys score goals on the season. Is that how you like to see it go?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I like my centre forwards to score goals, I must admit, but it's good that you've got goals coming from other places as well. That's really important for the team to know that we can score goals, throughout the pitch.
What did you see on the red card in that whole penalty sequence?
I mean, I've watched it back. I saw it on the screen. I don't think it's a penalty. I don't think it's a red card. The referee's position is 50 yards behind the ball and in line with the actual incidents. So he must have some good eyes to decide that's a penalty and a red card, because there was no interference from the assistant referee on the side of it. He didn't give it, that's for sure. And then obviously VAR didn't think it was a red card or a penalty as well, because that's why they sent the referee over to the monitor. But he decided to go with his own view.
Do you see the runner as offside anyway?
I don't know. You can't tell here, can you? We don't have the lines that can give you a clearer view. So whether he's offside or not, I don't know. I just thought it was a poor decision. Just
not enough in the actions from Privet,
No, I mean, listen. I thought there was a handball in the build-up. It's one of them balls where I thought we were too high and the ball was lofted into the space behind. I thought he recovered really well. He got back behind the ball, and the lad, if you look at the incident again, he looks like he's falling backwards anyway. Looks like he's losing his feet. Put it this way, that would not be given as a free kick outside the penalty box.
Sam?
So has Sullivan done enough to you tonight to earn the start if Tim Ream has to go back to centre back in the next match?
Well, I think what he done, he put in an excellent performance, and we can be thankful to him. I mean, he got back off a plane last night at midnight. He's fasting for Ramadan, and he's gone out and ended up playing 90 minutes. We've not a lot of training over the last week or two, so I thought his performance was exceptional considering everything leading into the game. I thought it was always going to be a little bit of a gamble for me to put him in, but having a natural left back, I thought was the best option, even if he didn't last the game. But he ended up lasting the game, which was a great credit to him.
Did he show a lot of quality on the play where he linked up with Pep for the first goal?
Yeah, he did. I mean, and we saw that on Tuesday. He played 45 minutes in a game. In a friendly, and he scored in that game where he picked up the ball in his own half and released it and carried on his run, and I thought he did really well on the ball. He looks really good and accomplished on the ball, and he understands the game.
And finally, Pep Biel after this match has 6 goal contributions, which is far and above any other player on the team. Can you talk to us about what Pep is put the pep in his step or whatever?
Well, I said to him at half time, I thought he was outstanding first half, and he's a player if you give him space. And it was a bit of a crazy game, I felt, because the way they play very much man for man, and it's something that we'd worked on. And Pep kept taking their centre half for a walk out of their back line, and we used the space what he'd left to go and create opportunities, and scored some really good goals by doing that. So if that's how teams want to play against Pep, he'll have a field day, because he's a really clever footballer with great technique, as you saw with his finish, and I thought he was outstanding tonight.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats.
Thank you.
Jorge?
Also on Toko Mati as well. Every time he's come on, he's looked like today had a great game as well. What can you talk to me about just the offense in general?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the second goal where Ashley Westwood's ended up getting a nosebleed being in the penalty box, but he scored the goal very well. But some individualism from Toklamati. He wins the ball back, plays an unselfish ball inside for Kerwin, and then sets it up for Ashley Westwood. I thought his all-round game was good. I thought he was a threat in behind all night as well, and his link-up play was very good. So, on his first start for us today, he can be happy.
And then Kalina continues to prove that he's the best keeper in MLS with that very first shot from Arango, where they could have got the game to them 1-0 started off.
Yeah, it could have been. I mean, I actually thought that, and looking back at it, that was offside. The first run was offside. But he didn't know that. He had to pull off a really good save. I was disappointed you know, with the free header we also give them in the first half. They've had 26 shots, I think, at us today. They seem to be shooting from everywhere, you know. And as I said the other day, to beat Collina, you've got to be a good player. And the only way you got beat today was from a debatable penalty.
You know, 5 games. There's a lot of expectations heading into the season for this team, and it kind of feels like they're living up to it. How satisfied are you just so far with what you're seeing from this team?
Yeah, I thought we were okay today without being, you know, as good as what I thought we played in the last game. You know, but I thought we were really good in understanding tactically what we needed to do, because they made it hard with their man-to-man play without the ball. You know, so you had to get it up, back and through, and I thought we did that really well at times. It was never going to be a game where you could probably have as much control as I would have liked. But, you know, at the moment, you know, when you want to be successful, then pressure builds because there's an expectation. But, you know, I've always said that pressure's a privilege, and these players need to, you know, accept that, and, you know, because I'll be on them all the time pushing standards for them. Cheers.
Yeah.
All right, 3 starters out for this game. What does it say about the depth and the strength of this club? How would you characterize it?
Well, my team talk before the game was, you know, 3 internationals out, 3 internationals in. You know, because Doumbia, Ivory Coast international, Toklamati played for under-23s Israel, Vargas under-23s Colombia. So, you know, yes, our good players have gone. I don't believe we should be playing during international windows, but it shows that we've got good depth in our squad at the moment, and I thought, you know, some of the individual performances show that as well.
Do you think anyone will play a high line against your club again?
Who knows? It wasn't so much a high line, it was just because it was man for man. You know, there was a lot of space to go and play in.
Steve?
The chemistry of this
Excuse me.
team with new parts put in to start, did it exceed your expectations, you know, to kick off the game like it did?
Yeah, I mean, we've had a chance in the first minute. We got down the side of them. Then Toklamati's had a header that just went wide as well. But then they've had the chance where I thought it was offside, and Callie's made a really good save. But the goals that we worked were really good, and things that we'd worked on training ground as well. So that was really pleasing for me. I'd like more control in the game. I thought it was a little bit basketballish at times.
And Nathan's play just seems to improve every game out. His control, his ability to take people on, and then he tracks back on defense quite well as well. Could you speak to how? Yeah,
I mean, he's been struggling a little bit with his shoulder as well this week, so he's not been able to full out sprint this week. So, you know, he gives you a 7 out of 10 every week. He doesn't very rarely drop below them sort of ratings, and they're the sort of players that you need in your team. You know, he can go and produce an 8 or a 9 as well, but, you know, as long as he doesn't dip below 7, I'm happy.
Yeah, he got shoved into the signboards twice tonight without a call. With that, and just going back to the card and the penalty, when denial of a goal scoring opportunity, I've never seen both given, and just the way it's interpreted now.
But there's a rule called double jeopardy, where if you give the penalty, then you're not. It's just meant to be a yellow card. But the referee has deemed it to be not going for the ball. So if you're not attempting to go for the ball, then you can give him a red card as well. So, you know, you saw, as you say, Nathan Byrne get pushed into the boards a couple of times. I didn't think there was, you know, anything as much contact to make their player go down as there was with Nathan. Cheers.
Coach, so congratulations.
Thank you.
You have earned a reputation as one of the top coaches in MLS. Another name that's often at the top of that list is Bruce Arenas. Can you talk about the coaching matchup tonight and how you think that went?
Well, obviously good. But no, I've got a lot of respect for Bruce of what he's done. You know, with the teams that he's had in the MLS, he's won it a number of times. You know, national team manager as well in World Cups. So a lot of respect goes out to him, and they're a tough team to play against because, you know, remind me of being in the UK and playing against a few of Neil Warnock's teams, and they make it really, really difficult for you. You know, thankfully we scored with some really good play. But yeah, it was nice to come up against him, and I've invited him in for a drink. Hope he comes.
Fantastic. And do you think a performance from a rotated side like this is going to put some pressure on the main starting 11 when they come back from break?
Well, hopefully, because that's what I want all the time. I want some pressure on them. You know, I want competition for places. I think that's what's healthy at a club that wants to go and compete. We need to make sure, you know, our performances and our individual work's all consistent to help keep us growing.
Fantastic. Thanks, Coach.
Cheers.
All right.
Thank you.
Last one, just switching Zaha on the right, him and Vargas, was that just part of what you wanted to do? Or?
No, he drifted out there a couple of times because I think the play had gone that side, so he ended up there, and they're okay because they both played both sides at times. So yeah.
All right, thank you
Brilliant.
guys.
Thank you.